Hey everyone, it's Alex, and I am here with my first official awards ceremony nominations announcement video. This announcement video is for the nominations for the 42nd Annual People's Choice Awards. Now, the nominations came out roughly 2.5 weeks ago, and I'm sorry I didn't get the nominations up shortly after that time, but as I said in my awards show announcement coverage video, I was going to see if I could show the announcements via a PowerPoint to make it look more creative. However, when I tried doing that, my camera didn't exactly capture the PowerPoint in the best quality. However, in a few days I will be filming my actual voting for the People's Choice Awards because you can actually vote online for the winners. And so I'll post a video of that hopefully around Thanksgiving because I have a lot of other videos I need to film before I film that. But I am here today to reveal all of the People's Choice Awards nominations in every single category, no matter how crazy they are, because believe me, there are some very interesting categories here that I have no idea why they're even in a ceremony like this in the first place. And what makes the People's Choice Awards very unique is the fact that the nominations and the winners are not chosen by a jury or a select group of voters, but by regular people like you and I. And the way it works is that for all the categories, they have like a dozen or so potential nominees, and then there's also like a write-in section if you feel that your favorite person or movie or TV show wasn't on there. And then from those pre-nomination selections, whichever 5 get the most votes in all the categories become the official People's Choice Award nominees. And obviously, whatever one of these official nominees gets the most votes online, that person, show, movie, etc. is the winner of the People's Choice Award for that category. Now, traditionally in the past, the People's Choice Awards have been broken down into 3 categories: music, television, and movies. And they still have those, but this year they also have a 4th category, digital. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read through all these categories. I'm going to do the digital categories first, the music categories second, the television categories third, and the film categories fourth. I'm saving film for last because I'm a film buff more than anything, and those are often my favorite categories to look at and analyze over what I think was a rightful nomination and what I think was a wrong nomination. Because the People's Choice Awards, while many of the nominations do come from people who are very immersed in film, TV, and music, they also come from people who may not be as into film, TV, and music as I have. So there might be some nominations that may leave you thinking, what the hell, why is that nominated? I assure you that was my thought on several of these nominations as well. But enough of that. I'm going to actually reveal all these nominations. I'll try and go through them as fast as I can, so just bear with me. And then once that's done, I'll kind of do a breakdown as quick as I can and reveal what I like, what I don't like, and what I feel should have been nominated but wasn't. So here we go. The 42nd People's Choice Awards nominations. Starting off with the digital categories. Favorite social media celebrity: Beyonce, Dwayne Johnson, Anna Kendrick, Britney Spears, Taylor Swift. Favorite social media star: Matt Bellassai, Cameron Dallas, Frankie Grande, Nash Grier, Lele Pons. Favorite mobile game: Candy Crush Saga, Despicable Me Minion Rush, Fruit Ninja, Plants vs. Zombies, Temple Run. Favorite video game: Batman Arkham Knight, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, Grand Theft Auto 5, Minecraft, Super Smash Bros. Okay. Favorite YouTube star: Connor Franta, Grace Helbig, Jenna Marbles, Tyler Oakley, Miranda Sings. The DailyMail.com Seriously Popular Award. Okay, admittedly that is like the stupidest category name ever. And for those of you who may have never heard of the Daily Mail, The Daily Mail is a British tabloid newspaper that kind of reports on everything from politics to sports to celebrities. Unfortunately, the Daily Mail does not have the greatest reputation in the world. Several celebrities have often slammed the Daily Mail in the past for either having extremely exaggerated stories or downright false stories about them. But I guess they've somehow teamed up with the People's Choice Awards to create this category. But anyway, the nominees for the DailyMail.com Seriously Popular Award are Cara Delevingne, Kylie Jenner, Ruby Rose, Bella Thorne, Maddie Ziegler. Alright, now we move on to the music categories. Favorite male artist: Justin Bieber, Luke Bryan, Nick Jonas, Ed Sheeran, The Weeknd. Favorite female artist: Lana Del Rey, Selena Gomez, Demi Lovato, Madonna, Taylor Swift. Favorite group: Fall Out Boy, Fifth Harmony, Imagine Dragons, Maroon 5, One Direction. Favorite breakout artist: Fetty Wap, Halsey, Shawn Mendes, Tori Kelly, The Weeknd. Favorite male country artist: Dierks Bentley, Luke Bryan, Brad Paisley, Blake Shelton, Keith Urban. Favorite female country artist: Miranda Lambert, Reba McEntire, Kacey Musgraves, Cassidy Pope, Carrie Underwood. Favorite country group: The Band Perry, Florida Georgia Line, Lady Antebellum, Little Big Town, Zac Brown Band. Favorite pop artist: Kelly Clarkson, Selena Gomez, Demi Lovato, Ed Sheeran, Taylor Swift. Favorite hip-hop artist: Drake, Wiz Khalifa, Kendrick Lamar, Nicki Minaj, Big Sean. Favorite R&B artist: Chris Brown, Ciara, Janet Jackson, Ne-Yo, The Weeknd. Favorite album: American Beauty, American Psycho, Fall Out Boy. Beauty Behind the Madness, The Weeknd. If You're Reading This, It's Too Late, Drake. Smoke and Mirrors, Imagine Dragons. Title, Meghan Trainor. Favorite song: Bad Blood, Taylor Swift featuring Kendrick Lamar. Can't Feel My Face, The Weeknd. Love Me Like You Do, Ellie Goulding. See You Again, Wiz Khalifa featuring Charlie Puth. What Do You Mean, Justin Bieber. And finally, favorite music icon: Madonna, Paul McCartney, Prince, Steven Tyler, Stevie Wonder. Alright, on to the television categories. Now this is going to be the longest stretch of nominees, so bear with me on this. Favorite TV show: The Big Bang Theory, Game of Thrones, Grey's Anatomy, The Voice, The Walking Dead. Favorite network TV comedy: by network, these are the shows that air on CBS, ABC, NBC, Fox, and the CW. Those are the 5 big networks. So therefore, any show that airs on those networks is called network TV. The Big Bang Theory, Mike and Molly, Modern Family, New Girl, Two Broke Girls. Favorite comedic TV actor: Jesse Tyler Ferguson, Johnny Galecki, Jim Parsons, Matthew Perry, Andy Samberg. Favorite comedic TV actress: Kaylee Cuoco, Zooey Deschanel, Anna Faris, Melissa McCarthy, Sofia Vergara. Favorite network TV drama: Empire, Gotham, Grey's Anatomy, How to Get Away with Murder, Scandal. Favorite dramatic TV actor: Justin Chambers, Scott Foley, Terrence Howard, Taylor Kinney, Jesse Williams. Favorite dramatic TV actress: Viola Davis, Taraji P. Henson, Ellen Pompeo, Sarah Ramirez, Kerry Washington. Favorite cable TV comedy: so basically these are all the, by cable TV, these are all the networks outside of the 5 big networks that I just mentioned earlier: Baby Daddy, Faking It, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Real Husbands of Hollywood, Young and Hungry. Favorite cable TV drama: Bates Motel, The Fosters, Pretty Little Liars, Rizzoli and Isles, Suits. Favorite cable TV actor: Eric Dane, Adam Devine, Taye Diggs, Kevin Hart, Christian Slater. Favorite cable TV actress: Sasha Alexander, Ashley Benson, Hilary Duff, Lucy Hale, Shay Mitchell. Favorite premium cable TV show: so these are like the prestigious cable networks like HBO and Showtime. Girls, Homeland, Masters of Sex, Shameless, Veep. Favorite premium cable TV actor: Joshua Jackson, Dwayne Johnson, Nick Jonas, Matt LeBlanc, Justin Theroux. Favorite premium cable TV actress: Kristen Bell, Claire Danes, Lisa Kudrow, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Emmy Rossum. Favorite TV crime drama: Bones, Castle, Criminal Minds, NCIS, Person of Interest. Favorite TV crime drama actor: Jim Caviezel, Nathan Fillion, Mark Harmon, LL Cool J, Shamar Moore. Favorite TV crime drama actress: Emily Deschanel, Mariska Hargitay, Stana Katic, Lucy Liu, Polly Perrette. Favorite network TV sci-fi or fantasy show: Arrow, Beauty and the Beast, Once Upon a Time, Supernatural, The Vampire Diaries. Favorite cable TV sci-fi fantasy show: American Horror Story, Game of Thrones, Outlander, Teen Wolf, The Walking Dead. Favorite sci-fi or fantasy TV actor: Jensen Ackles, Misha Collins, Sam Heughan, Ian Somerhalder, David Tennant. Favorite sci-fi fantasy TV actress: Katrina Balfe, Emilia Clarke, Lady Gaga, Ginnifer Goodwin, Jennifer Morrison. Favorite competition TV show: America's Got Talent, American Ninja Warrior, Dancing with the Stars, MasterChef, The Voice. Favorite daytime TV host: Ellen DeGeneres, Steve Harvey, Dr. Oz, Rachel Ray, Wendy Williams. Favorite daytime TV hosting team: Good Morning America, Live with Kelly and Michael, The Talk, The Today Show, The View. Favorite late night talk show host: Stephen Colbert, James Corden, Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, Conan O'Brien. Favorite streaming series, meaning series that air on Netflix, Amazon, or Hulu, or any other streaming site: House of Cards, The Mindy Project, Orange is the New Black, Transparent, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Favorite actor in a new TV series: Chase Crawford, Zachary Levi, Rob Lowe, Josh Peck, John Stamos. Favorite actress in a new TV series: Priyanka Chopra, Jamie Lee Curtis, Marcia Gay Harden, Lea Michele, Emma Roberts. Favorite animated TV show: American Dad, Bob's Burgers, Family Guy, The Simpsons, South Park. Favorite new TV comedy: Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, Dr. Ken, Grandfathered, The Grinder, Life in Pieces, The Muppets, Scream Queens, Truth Be Told. And finally, the last category here: favorite new TV drama: Blind Spot, Blood and Oil, Code Black, Heroes Reborn, Limitless, Minority Report, The Player, Quantico, Rosewood, Supergirl, Wicked City. Alright, now on to my favorite categories, the film categories. And here we go. Favorite movie: Avengers Age of Ultron, Furious 7, Inside Out, Jurassic World, Pitch Perfect 2. Favorite movie actor: Johnny Depp, Robert Downey Jr., Chris Pratt, Will Smith, Channing Tatum. Favorite movie actress: Sandra Bullock, Anne Hathaway, Scarlett Johansson, Melissa McCarthy, Meryl Streep. Favorite action movie: Avengers Age of Ultron, the Divergent series Insurgent, Furious 7, Jurassic World, Maze Runner: The Scorched Trials. Favorite action movie actor: Vin Diesel, Robert Downey Jr., Chris Hemsworth, Dwayne Johnson, Chris Pratt. Favorite action movie actress: Emily Blunt, Scarlett Johansson, Michelle Rodriguez, Charlize Theron, Shailene Woodley. Favorite animated movie voice: Sandra Bullock, Selena Gomez, Amy Poehler, Rihanna, Adam Sandler. Favorite comedic movie: The Duff, Pitch Perfect 2, Spy, Ted 2, Trainwreck. Favorite comedic movie actor: Jack Black, Robert De Niro, Will Ferrell, Kevin Hart, Mark Wahlberg. Favorite comedic movie actress: Anna Kendrick, Melissa McCarthy, Amy Schumer, Sofia Vergara, Rebel Wilson. Favorite dramatic movie: The Age of Adeline, 50 Shades of Grey, The Longest Ride, The Martian, Straight Outta Compton. Favorite dramatic movie actor: Matt Damon, Johnny Depp, George Clooney, Will Smith, Channing Tatum. Favorite dramatic movie actress: Dakota Johnson, Blake Lively, Jennifer Lopez, Rachel McAdams, Kate Winslet. Favorite family movie: Cinderella, Home, Hotel Transylvania 2, Inside Out, Minions. And finally, the very last category I'm revealing here for anything: favorite thriller movie: The Boy Next Door, Insidious Chapter 3, Poltergeist, Taken 3, Unfriended. And those are the nominees for the 42nd Annual People's Choice Awards. The actual ceremony will be held on Wednesday, January 6th at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on CBS and will be hosted by Jane Lynch. And since it's a 2-hour ceremony, obviously the vast majority of the categories are not going to be presented live on the air. So after the show is over, I will make another video where I will reveal all the winners in all the categories and give you my thoughts on whether they were deserving or not. As for these nominations, the digital categories, I honestly feel these categories are pointless pretty much. I get social media is a big thing. I get many celebrities use it. You know, I use social media. I post videos not only on YouTube, but I post these videos on my Facebook page as well, in case some of my friends don't have a YouTube account to comment on videos. So there isn't, I'll still vote for these categories because, as I said, I'm going to film myself voting for everything so that at least, hopefully, a few good things win in some of the categories, because often with the People's Choice Awards, the things I think shouldn't win end up winning. So I'm going to at least give some of these a nice push that I feel, I guess, are the most deserving out of the categories, even though I feel they're completely pointless. Especially with the DailyMail.com Seriously Popular Award. Like I said before, that's like the stupidest category title ever. And I hope this is the only year that the People's Choice Awards does such a thing like this. But we'll see. Music, favorite male artist. Alright, I have a huge beef with Justin Bieber being on here. I know he has a massive, huge fan base. He's still as popular as ever. I get so many of his fans are like, Justin's changed. He's apologized a lot of times. He's a very charitable person. He deserves to be forgiven for all the crap he's done. And if you want to forgive him, fine. But even before Bieber did all the crazy stuff like drag racing and egging his neighbor's house, causing $20,000 in damage, or smoking pot, or peeing in a janitor's mop bucket, and then spraying a photo of Bill Clinton with some, floor cleaner, and saying F Bill Clinton. I mean, what the hell was that about? And I know people are like, oh, well, he's young, he's got to go through the wild phase, everybody does that. No, they don't. I never did that kind of stuff. Anyway, I've never liked Bieber's music, even before he went through the wild phase, so I don't think he deserves to be on here, and I pray he does not win. I guess favorite female artist, I'm not too surprised. Favorite group, breakout artist, not surprised. Country, not surprised. Hip-hop, R&B, I guess I'm not surprised by most of these people. And kind of like Bieber, I have a lot of issues with Chris Brown being nominated for favorite R&B artist. I know a lot of his fans are like, it was so long ago when Chris beat up Rihanna. He's apologized so many times. He's done a lot of community service as part of his probation. He deserves a second chance. Well, even before Chris Brown beat up Rihanna, I never liked his music, and he's done a lot of things which has made me convinced he's never really sorry for what he did. Like when he broke a window at Good Morning America because Robin Roberts asked him about Rihanna, and he thought she had no right to ask him that. Well, actually she did, because she's Robin Roberts, and that's her job to ask those kinds of questions. Sorry, Chris Brown, but yeah, I'm not a fan of him being in there. Favorite music icon, I'm very happy with this list right here. I think all these people are very deserving to be on here. Who will win? I have an inkling Madonna is going to win this because, most of the people who are going to vote for the People's Choice Awards, are probably people around my age, people who are very active on, like, social media. And, like, out of all these artists, like, Madonna is easily the one that's most active on social media. She's probably the one most people will recognize. Although, personally, I think one of the older legends on this list, like maybe Paul McCartney or Stevie Wonder, deserves it more. I'm not yet sure who I'll vote for, but I know I'm not voting for Madonna. I mean, I like some of Madonna's songs. I mean, she's certainly groundbreaking as an artist, and a lot of pop artists today wouldn't be where they were if Madonna hadn't blazed the trail for them, but I wouldn't say she's the greatest music icon of all time. Favorite TV show? Admittedly, a lot of these TV shows I have not really seen because, there's just so much TV nowadays. There's no way I can possibly watch them all. But I mean, I recognize a lot of these shows, and I've seen some stuff from some of them that I really do like. I can't really think of any that I'm like really ecstatic about or really angry about. I guess, actually I do really like that Once Upon a Time is still being nominated in like the sci-fi fantasy show category, as well as it stars, because admittedly that show is a guilty pleasure of mine. I still have quite a lot to catch up on. I haven't always had time to watch the new episodes as they aired, so thank God for Netflix for me being able to keep up with that. It's a guilty pleasure show of mine because, I loved watching the Disney fairy tale movies as a kid. And when I was in high school, I acted in a production of Into the Woods, that famous Broadway musical. It's not a Disney musical. It's a musical made by one of Broadway's greatest composers, Stephen Sondheim. But it's a musical that takes several iconic fairy tale characters like Cinderella, Jack, Little Red Riding Hood, and Rapunzel, and kind of throws them all together in this one story. And Once Upon a Time, if you've never seen that show, that's pretty much basically almost kind of like a retelling of Into the Woods, because it's about every iconic fairy tale character you've ever known thrown into the real world. And the catch of the show in its first season was that the characters were under a curse and they had no idea that they were these fairy tale characters. But then eventually they do learn who they really are, and then all sorts of stuff happens. That's all I can really say, because this is one of those shows where you can't watch the episodes out of sequence, because if you do, you'll be really, really confused. Because just take my word for it. So if you like fairy tales and you haven't seen Once Upon a Time, I recommend you give that show a shot. Lady Gaga, yeah, admittedly I guess I'm not really thrilled to see her in the sci-fi fantasy TV actress. Admittedly, I haven't seen American Horror Story Freak Show, but I know that this season has been very controversial among both fans and critics. I know some have liked Lady Gaga joining the show this season, and but I know there are others who feel that it's a gimmick and a terrible mistake, and that the show has now kind of jumped the shark of her, because of the fact that she's now a cast member. I don't know if she'll return in the future, but yeah. Favorite late night talk show host, I really love that category. I have no idea who I'm going to vote for there. Yeah. But otherwise, TV, there's not really much I can say. I like most of these. I'm not surprised by, because they're often nominated every single year, and most of them look pretty good. But yeah, other than what I've complained about, I don't really have anything to complain about for the TV categories. Film, this will be interesting. Favorite movie. I mean, granted, all 5 of the movies in the favorite movie category were praised by critics and did make a lot of money at the box office, but it's for the second reason why they're primarily on here, because those are the movies that most people will have seen, and like I said before, the people who nominate and vote for these are the dedicated cinephiles like myself, and the casual movie lover like the majority of other people. So, although Pitch Perfect 2, admittedly I have not seen that movie, but there are friends of mine who have seen it and who really, really hated it. They're like furious it's nominated. I did see the first Pitch Perfect, although admittedly I found it very overrated. I thought it was very cliche at times. Favorite movie actor? Yeah, I mean, most of these are really good. Channing Tatum, admittedly, I'm surprised he's in here, but he obviously has his hardcore fans, so, yep. Favorite movie actress? Can't really complain about any of these ladies. They're all phenomenal. Favorite action movie? I haven't seen Insurgent, but I wasn't too impressed with Divergent. It was okay, but not amazing. Insurgent, I'm sure a lot of the hardcore fans of the Divergent franchise liked it, but a lot of people I know who saw it were not very impressed, so I can't really be happy about that being in there. Maze Runner: The Scorch Trials, I know that movie kind of got a meh reception, but obviously that franchise has its hardcore fans as well, but the other 3, not surprised to see them in here. Favorite action movie actor? I can see why they'd be in here. Although Vin Diesel, while I know he's in here probably because many people remember him from Furious 7, his other action movie this year, The Last Witch Hunter, was god-awful. Mark my words, that movie will be in my worst movies of the year list. What position it will be in, I don't know, but it will be in there. You mark my words. Favorite action movie actress? I like the first 4. Shailene Woodley, and I'm not really fond of being in this category. I get the popularity of the Divergent franchise, but I've heard the action scenes in that movie are not very good. Favorite animated movie voice? I feel Selena Gomez, Rihanna, and Adam Sandler are only in here just because of their popularity. Because their movies, Rihanna was in that movie Home, where she played a girl who befriends this alien voiced by Jim Parsons. That movie kind of got a mixed reception from critics who felt the voice acting was good, but the story was weak. But still, that movie made a lot of money, and I'm sure Rihanna's star power had a big factor in its making a lot of money. And then, of course, Adam Sandler and Selena Gomez play father and daughter in Hotel Transylvania 2, and that movie, of course, has been making a ton of money. Now, interestingly, this movie, while not really well received by critics, like a lot of YouTube movie reviewers, who are kind of much younger than an average age film critic, a lot of them actually liked this movie and gave it like a B or like 3.5 out of 5 stars and said, it's nowhere near as bad as the critics say it is. It's Adam Sandler's first good movie in a really long time. However, I'm not seeing it, And I feel that, of course, that movie is only as successful as it is simply because Adam Sandler and Selena Gomez are in the movie. I'm very glad for Amy Poehler, though, for being in here, because she was absolutely phenomenal in Inside Out. And I will spoil this. I will be voting for Amy Poehler in this category because her performance as Joy in Inside Out, just absolutely phenomenal. Really, every person from Inside Out should be in this category, in my opinion, because they were all absolutely perfect in their roles. Although I will admit, Sandra Bullock was really good in Minions. Minions, I don't think it was as good as the first two Despicable Me movies. The story was pretty thin. Sandra Bullock was really great as the villain that recruits them, Scarlet Overkill. Favorite comedic movie? I'm really glad to see Spy and Trainwreck in here. I haven't seen The Duff, although I heard that actually got good reviews from critics, which I genuinely did not expect. I thought critics were going to hate it, but I guess, many do feel it's kind of like the new Mean Girls or something. I haven't seen it, though. And Ted 2, I'm surprised to see that's in there because Ted 2 was not as well received as the first by critics, and its box office performance was nowhere near as good as the first. But obviously that movie franchise has its hardcore fans, so I don't think it'll win, though, and I hope it doesn't win. Favorite comedic movie actor? Yeah, not really surprised to see those nominees. Same with favorite comedic movie actress, although I am shocked Sofia Vergara's in here because Hot Pursuit, that movie was so terrible I could rant a whole hour about why I hated that movie so much. And Sofia Vergara, oh my word, she was so bad in that movie. And Hot Pursuit was not really a box office success. I mean, it came out right in the wake of Avengers Age of Ultron. That was the one thing that hurt it. And of course, the number two thing that hurt it was the horrifically bad reviews. I think it only has an 8% on Rotten Tomatoes. At least it did the last time I checked. It might be a little higher, might be a little lower. But panned across the board by critics. I think it got like a C grade on CinemaScore, C or C+. But it was one of those movies where if you don't go to the movies often, you'd probably think it was hilarious. Because I went to see it, I hated it so much, yet the entire theater I was in was laughing their heads off. And I will say, I'll give you one example of why this movie is bad. There's a scene where Reese Witherspoon disguises herself as Justin Bieber. I'm not kidding. I could not make that up no matter how hard I tried. That's all I'm going to say about that. I'll talk more about Hot Pursuit later when I make a video of what I think are the worst movies of the year, but that'll be in the beginning of January. The favorite dramatic movie. 50 Shades of Grey. Oh boy. Now, admittedly, I've not seen 50 Shades of Grey, but just the concept alone did not make me want to watch it. Because, I don't like weird stuff, and because of the fact that it was originally a piece of Twilight fan fiction. Yes, 50 Shades of Grey was originally written as Twilight fan fiction, where Anastasia and Christian were Bella and Edward. But then, of course, it got changed, became a massively popular book, and the movie, a lot of people were afraid the movie would be a big box office bomb because of all the sex and all the weird stuff in it, but it actually exceeded box office expectations, and I think, it's one of the highest, I think it has the record for one of, if not the highest, opening weekend box office gross of all time for an R-rated movie, and I think it has the record for highest opening weekend box office gross for a movie released on Valentine's Day weekend. So yeah, I'm sure there probably were a lot of people who loved it, maybe hardcore fans of the book, but critics didn't like this movie, and I know a lot of audience members who had not read the book but were curious about it didn't like the movie either. So these hardcore fans must have been very passionate for the fact that it got nominated here against The Longest Ride, which I did see The Longest Ride, and if you've seen a lot of Nicholas Sparks movies, this is exactly like all of them. Everything you think will be in this movie from other Nicholas Sparks stories is in this movie. Enough said. I'm very happy for The Martian. That is my favorite movie of the year. That will easily get my vote. Dramatic movie actor, no complaints. Dakota Johnson, Blake Lively, and Jennifer Lopez in dramatic movie actress. Dakota Johnson, I know critics said she was like the one good thing about the movie, but but they said even she couldn't muster all the strength to save it. And I've not seen The Age of Adeline, and I know that movie, it wasn't a big bomb, but it wasn't a big hit either. But I know Blake Lively has a lot of fans, from her Gossip Girl days, which is why I think she's probably on here. And Jennifer Lopez, Boy Next Door was not a great movie. She was okay in it. She had a somewhat good performance, which saved the movie from being a total zero, but Boy Next Door, very, very bad movie. I don't see why she's in here, and I don't see why and I wish it wasn't nominated for favorite thriller movie, because that is not a good thriller movie. Favorite family movie? Yeah, I'm not surprised by any of these nominees, but I liked that Cinderella's in here. I thought that was easily the best live-action fairy tale adaptation done by Disney. Inside Out, I'm very happy to see here, and I hope that wins. Favorite thriller movie? Pretty much all of these movies on this list got bad reviews. Well, Insidious Chapter 3 got a 60% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is the lowest grade to get a fresh rating. But I haven't seen that. Poltergeist, I heard that was a terrible remake of the original. Haven't seen it. I've seen the original, and it's really good, but I haven't seen this remake. Taken 3. Man, this franchise must have some hardcore fans, because everyone I know who saw Taken 3 said it was even worse than the second, because the consensus is the first movie is good, second movie is awful, this one is even worse. And I think it only has an 8 or 9% on Rotten Tomatoes, right around there, so yeah, I'm very surprised to see that's on here. Unfriended. That movie actually has a fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes, 62% last time I checked, and there have been a lot of people who've praised this movie for being a very powerful commentary on, teen bullying and social media, and how teen bullying can be aggravated by social media. And admittedly, those concepts are very well explored in the movie, but I couldn't like the movie all that much. I gave it a 5 out of 10 because I just felt the characters couldn't be likable enough, because we find out they've done some truly, truly awful things. So awful, you can't really sympathize with them at all, even when bad things are starting to happen to them. It probably won't be in my top 10 worst of the year, but it'll probably be in the dishonorable mentions. So, yeah, I guess overall I'm not surprised by many of these nominations. Many of them are what I was expecting. Many of them are actually good, and a lot of these I actually did vote for when I created my own People's Choice Awards pre-nomination ballot. But the ones that I mentioned that I'm not happy with, I'm really not happy with. Anyway, those are my thoughts on this year's People's Choice Awards nominations. What do you think of the nominations? Let me know in the comment box below. Subscribe to my channel if you wish to see more videos. And check back sometime next week when I film myself actually voting for the People's Choice Awards. See you around. Bye.